Hey church fam, what up? Welcome to the church channel. Welcome to another episode of H.Y.P.E, Holy Yutes Promoting Education. And here today we have, of course, as usual, a Holy Youth Promoting Education. We have a very good friend of mine, a sister of mine, a young lady that I greatly admire for what she has been doing, not only in her spiritual life, but also in her academic life. A young lady who has decided that she's not going to allow the obstacles and the challenges and the different aspects that might come at her in her life to hold her down, but she's going to just make great things come from her. So today, who is that lady that we're talking about? Shamarra Bailey. So stay tuned and you will hear more from Shamarra. All right, guys. So, like I said in the introduction, that we have a holy youth, and she, of course, will be promoting the value of education today. And her name is Shamarra Bailey. Shamarra, tell our audience about yourself.
Hi guys, as you know.
Perky.
Alright, so who is Shamarra? You know,
Yeah.
I must know this because I did this like 100 times at school since week. So I'm self-determined, self-motivated, and as Dermaine said, that I've used the things that I've gone through to push who I am today, the strong individual. There's nothing that nobody can tell me that I cannot do, that I don't believe that I can do. But most of all, I am a Christian, and being a Christian is what really push my core values. So everything else is surrounding my Christianity.
Amen
Yes.
to that. So, as you have heard, she just wants you to know that her life and every decision and everything that she does is really influenced by her Christianity, by her salvation. So, Shamarra, we're here today to talk about your academic life.
Don't know.
As it relates to your spiritual life, somewhat.
Okay.
Which high school you went to?
Recent High School, yay!
Okay, so that's one of those high schools in Jamaica.
The best.
A good
St.
high school.
Jacob, number one. Yeah.
Tell us about your you did 5 years there, right?
Seven, actually.
7 years.
Yes.
Okay, tell us about that. You stayed in high school for a while.
A long time, a long time. So, did 5 years regular. I went to sixth form. I was always involved in school. The people in my office always say, boy, you know, we don't know if you write on your transcript, because I did a lot of things. I was president of the Jamaica Tourism Club in the school choir, my try school band, still can play an instrument. President of the Glee Club. Remember Glee Club them time, the singing club? Always was a foreign thing.
I remember.
Okay. Different era. I was a part of the volleyball team, track and field team.
You did try.
I did about, me try every little thing, you know? Like I am also of it.
So what did you run? The 200, 100? Or you did field events?
I ran the discus.
Oh.
Yes. I was also deputy head girl, if you forget that, in sixth form, among other things, yes.
Wow, so pretty much you were the backbone for the school apparently.
Something
During your time there, you were very, very active in school. Well, that's very good. So what was your spiritual life like during those 7 years?
Well, it wasn't always these 7 years, but I think I really got serious about my Christianity in third form. That's where I met with God. You know, you're baptized in a little bit and you go to church, but I never really had a relationship with God until around third form.
I agree. For
Yes.
those who don't know what third form is. So in third form was when you began to start placing value on your spirituality and your Christianity. You start to see its value in your life.
Well, it had always had value, but I didn't have a personal relationship with God.
Mm-hmm.
Because as I said before, I grew up in the church and everything I do is surrounded by Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
But I did not have that one-on-one experience with God. I remember that year I started track and field training and always, what's your New Year's resolution and all them things. But I remember going to a crusade, and that's where I really and truly, sincerely asked God to meet with me at the crusade, and from there on it was God. Yeah.
Amen to that. So third one. So Shamar, tell us about after high school now. I'm assuming that you were growing in your salvation and so on. What was it like for you, transitioning from high school to college? Because I know you didn't just leave straight from high school into college, but there was a period there of uncertainty and so on. Tell us about it.
Well, I think that year was a year that I really, really and truly experienced God. Many persons would not know this, but I was supposed to go to Canada, and everything was up and running, leaving from high school, going straight to Canada. I'm saying, I'm the firstborn. I have to make life for myself, not only for myself, but my family, because being the firstborn. And I remember clearly I went to fasting the Wednesday, was supposed to leave the Friday. And the preacher said to me, y'all, you stand up right here because I have a word from God. And after he was finished, he called me to the altar and he said, I don't know what you have planned, but God said to tell you that you're going to preach and you're going to sing. Immediately me start laughing for this man, I'm like, preach? Bro, God, like, really? But me understand because singing because I have a little voice. And anybody know me, I'm not a public speaker, to point that out, even you guys are watching this video. So, and I'm there, as I said, I was laughing because preaching was never a part of my plan for the future. So, as I said, I was supposed to leave the Friday. The Thursday morning, my mother woke up bleeding from her nose. So, rushed to the doctor. Doctor said, blood vessel was in her head and all these things. So, being the firstborn, you have to stay at, help out your mother. So I did not get to go to Canada. And I was wrestling with God. I thought, God, let me see everybody else. The rest of my friends, I'm not Christian, God. And then I prosper and me, want to go to college, better life with my family. And look where you can't, because they could have made this not happen. So it was really a season where I had to prove God for myself. And I remember Reverend Robinson always have 5 days of fasting in January. So I went to fasting and I'm like, God, all right, I give up. Whatever you want for me to do with my life, I leave my life carelessly in your hands. And cut long story short, I remember I was at fasting and St. Jacob called me and said, you want to work? We have a work for you. And I went, I didn't do an interview, didn't show any resume or anything. The lady just said, it's you get the job, man. You're gone clear. And I was there shocked, like, the people, asked me 2 questions or something. She said, no, man, you can go ahead and do your thing. And I was there for 5 years, started school, and short version. Started college.
All right. So, so you're saying that when you left high school, your hope was to go to college in Canada?
In Canada.
And all of that plan fell through. So how were you disappointed
Very.
that it didn't work out,
Very.
even when you were working for these 5 years?
Very.
And then you would have recognized that your friends that you left high school with and you perhaps had planned to go to college with them and everything, and their lives were like going according to their plans and goals, and your life wasn't going on how you wanted it. How you were discouraged, but how did you deal with that? Because there are some persons out there, who perhaps their parents are not able to afford it, perhaps have various financial and other challenges. They cannot go directly from high school into college or university. How would you motivate some of these persons? How did you do it? What were some of the things that kept you going?
Well, it was not without its challenges. I was upset. I don't know if that is a good term to use. I was upset with God because I'm saying, God, I'm here serving you faithfully. And I know I'm not perfect, but come on, I'm better than some people, you know. And I'm being honest, right? And I started seeing results after putting my trust 100% in God. So after saying, God, okay, I know that I want this in life, but you still are at the forefront. I started seeing results after putting God at the front of my life, making sure that everything I do was in line with His will. Then I started to see progress. So I can motivate persons by telling them that, look here, in anything you do at all, make sure that God is at the front and He's getting the glory, and everything will work according to His will and His plan.
So, Michael, at this time in your life, do you feel as if are you disappointed that you are not progressing or you are not where you want to be at this stage? You feel as if you're not as advanced as you want to be.
No, you know. No, I'm not.
You feel accomplished even though you are at this age and
yes.
Yeah.
Truth be told, this. I've learned that everybody's progress or process, is different. And when I was younger, I used to look at persons and say, oh, them a go so, but everybody have their own road to walk, and I think I am walking my road, and I can only walk my road and nobody else's road. So once I get that understanding, then I will not be disappointed. I will not be disappointed, and I have seen progress in myself because I finished 1 year at school. I'm in my second year. All my grades, they're good. I only get 1B. That's in Spanish, guys. I only speak 2 languages, and that's Patois and English sometimes. So to get a B in Spanish, I feel accomplished, right? So I've learned to look at me.
What are you studying in university?
Guidance and counseling.
So you said, guidance and counseling.
Guidance and counseling, yes.
And you need Spanish for that anyway.
Right. Like, who does that?
I guess when time
Might just meet up on a Spanish person.
You just might meet up on a Spanish student. So now in college, how important is your Christianity as a student at university?
Why? Very important, because sometimes, boy, God, you go crazy in college. Trust me. And while I was in first year, one of my lecturers said to me that Christian persons, they tend to deal with life on a whole better than non-Christians because we have a hope in Christ. So you know, we always say, God will sort it out for you, man. And turns out God always sort it out. So we have a hope to hold on to. Even when time get rough and you cannot sleep, I know that God, you are able to give me the strength to go through this time. And yeah, that is what I use.
Yeah.
Plus my friends, they're Christians and they motivate you. I believe they're Christians.
And they motivate you. I think that they are Christians too. But so how many years do you have left in college?
2.
So you have 2 years remaining. For the last 2 years you have been there?
Yes.
For the last 2 years, would you say that you have just said pretty much that your salvation is crucial in all of that, because you always believe and trust that God will sort things out. But would you say that there were moments for the last 2 years where you would have felt that God has disappointed you?
Definitely.
Because you have prayed about something, or you were hoping that something would have been different and it didn't work out for you?
I remember just starting, pretty much most of my school fees paid by an entity, and we have to pay the miscellaneous. So knowing that, you want a miscellaneous to pay, and my mother didn't have it, father, all of that. And I'm saying, God, I needed to come through for me. But I think the thing is, God don't work on our time, And if it's not our time, we feel as if God has abandoned us.
Yeah.
But I have learned to over the years, and every time you remind yourself that it's not your time and it's God time, but in the moment when you need this thing to be done, and you, it is very important that it is done this time. But God is saying, okay, look, when I'm through, you cannot say that nobody did this for you but me, God myself. And remember, I could not get to finish the registration process online because the miscellaneous wasn't paid. And the miscellaneous was paid in my second year, and I was fretting, not second year, sorry, second semester. First year, second semester. And I was fretting, I'm like, God, I need this to really start out this time. And by you know it, miscellaneous paid, don't even know how to tell you. You paid, yes or no, but it was paid. Great start out, and
Everything worked.
those A's, yes.
Everything worked out how you wanted it to. Yeah, that is really good. That is really good. You know, and we're really happy that you can use your faith pretty much and trust in God. Let me put it that way. You can trust in God and know that God will come through, even when He doesn't come through when you want Him to. You know, He does have a way of showing up and, you know, show off in our lives. Do you feel as though if you weren't a Christian, your life would have been better for you as a student?
No, you know, I actually enjoy my days at school, you know. I prefer in school, this online thing not working. I guess my personality allows me to enjoy school whether or not. And I don't believe Christians should be boring, or Christianity in itself is boring. So I enjoy.
You enjoy daily days on the campus. You're bored on campus?
No.
Okay.
The bus.
Oh, yeah. Do you think as a student that the church is doing enough for its university students, its college students?
When you say the church, you mean my specific church or
general?
Church.
Or you can share an example of your church. Do you feel that your church is doing enough?
Well, I think my church, they try their very best to help students. They're I know of persons who are going to school and they get assistance from the church. As it relates to
church in general?
Church in general. Well, I can only speak of what I know, and I know some persons they get help from church, whether it be monetary or cash or kind. I know they get help from church. I think persons can always do more in anything.
There's always room for improvement.
Yes, there's always room for improvement. So I'll take that stand.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright, very good. Final question now, though. There are students who perhaps, you know, they have left high school, struggling to go back into college because they didn't get into the program that they wanted to at university. Some probably just financially could not afford it to go into college, or whatever thing might be the deterring factor that might affect them going off to university or college straight out of high school. Some persons might be feeling discouraged. Some persons might feel as if you know, I'm working now, so I'm not want to go back to school. Yeah. Some might even just feel like, what's the sense? What's the use? You know, there's no motivation for them to go back. What can you say to encourage those persons?
What I use to motivate myself is that personally, I think that persons should always seek to better yourself, enhance yourself. Then it is not good to stay at one stage all the time, whether it be secular or spiritual. And it's hard. I can tell you that it's hard, especially if you're working and you're thinking of going to school while working. But I know what I want in life. So I know that I want to own my own home, car, and be able to assist my mother, anybody. So if somebody say, oh, let me achieve you, and I think both and say, oh God, $3,000, what about money? Right, I can always lend an helping hand. And really what motivates me the most is that I want to develop an organization that reaches out to people. And I cannot do that where I am. No. So I have to, enhance myself, whether it be educational or any other thing. So guidance counseling is how I see myself helping other persons, and we can counsel people, have the proper certifications, right? So I use that at the back of my head. And another thing, her sister, she did know, God bless her soul, she said to me that you have a lot of things to do. God have a lot of things for you to do, but you have to finish school first. And when school get rough, can't find a school fee and all them things, that is at the back of my head. When class get hard and you don't understand, and lecturer say you're a big woman, you need to understand, you learn what you're doing, whatever. I use that to motivate myself and say, Shamarra, guess what? You have a goal in mind, you have to push forward. Separate and apart from praying and all those things, because we know that we are first human beings. That is at the back of my head. So, guys, one thing I can tell you, you have your goal set, keep focused, put on some blinker. That is what you want, and keep your head straight. Right there.
So it's really about knowing what you want and know the prerequisites.
Yes.
Know what you need to achieve it and go at it with all your heart and your strength and
ask
determination.
Ask yourself questions like, first you need to set goals that are realistic. That's one. And then you're going to ask yourself, how can I accomplish these goals? You have to ask yourself these questions, But I make nobody feel like you're mad when you talk to yourself. How can I accomplish? You write it down. Each time you reach a goal, you tick it off. I have my book. Don't have it now, but I have it somewhere there. And I think in January, tick it off. Start school in 2020. Tick. As I go along, tick. Trust me, it works. When I write it out, well, it worked for me, and I know it can work for somebody else.
Shamarra. Thank you so much for passing through. Thank you for affording us this opportunity, to listen to you as you share your experience as a student, as a H.Y.P.E student, a Holy Yutes Promoting Education.
Yes.
And we always seek to emphasize and also encourage our students that they can do it. You can be a Christian, you can be educated, you can strive for holiness and strive for academia at the same time. And here we have Shamarra. Though you have so many challenges, there are so many things that you went through. Life had not gone how you had expected it to go in so many ways, but still you hold on, and now you are in university. 2 more years and you have completed your studies, and you have all the intentions and plans to complete and to do well in your field of studies. So Shamarra, thank you for passing through.
You're welcome,
Bless up.
sir.
Guys, remember, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and click the subscription button. If you have not clicked the notification bell, you will also need to do so that you will be notified when fresh content is out. Also, it is important that you leave your feedback in the comment section. So go ahead and comment and let us know how you feel about Shamarra as an H.Y.P.E student. Also, you can share your various experiences as well. Leave a like on the video. God bless you. Stay tuned. Continue watching the church channel. And remember to check out our last video in H.Y.P.E. So, God bless you. Well, that is with Marika Shaw. So you need to check her out. A wonderful student that is from the Lucy Church. You will see the link of her video posted in this video and also in the description area. So you just click the link and it will take you to that. God bless you guys. Continue watching the church. Peace.